tea.
And we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And we've got a special Creature Conference for you this week with celebrating the birthday of our very own Flynnhammer. Happy birthday, Flynnhammer.
Thank you.
Like, I know it's not
Birthday.
polite to ask a lady her age, but do you want to share how old you turned this year? It's not Warhammer 40K, is it?
29.
29. 11
Youngest.
years away from illustrious Warhammer 40K. How does it feel?
Doesn't feel any different. It's like
Yeah,
you get
that's the way
birthday
of it.
levels. You get these certain birthdays that you feel older. They're like milestone birthdays. 29 is not really one of them.
Well, some people freak out and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to be 30 next year. I have to do all the things that I said I'd do when I was young.
No.
Anyway, congratulations, man. And it is my understanding that you have some shenanigans planned for us for this stream because Flynnhammer, the Simpsons character. Flynnhammer has officially taken charge of the stream. It's an old-fashioned Flynnhammer takeover stream, hence this flashy graphic I created. So, and you might get a little feedback from Simon's computer until it initializes. He's got the 5th member bugging him today. So,
5th member has
do you want to take it away?
Shenanigans.
Do I need to, like, accept your stream request or something?
Oh, no. I'm going camera.
Oh, wow. I need to accommodate that. Hold on. Where is... of course, Discord video. Why is it not pulling? There we go. Okay. And then I'll have to rearrange some stuff. Moment, bear with. Camera. Look at this fancy guy. I'll leave Simon's video up in the hope that his computer decides to cooperate at some point. Look at this fancy turntable action here.
Yes. The first part of the shenanigans, taking your toe.
Are those dwarves? Sorry, are those
Yes.
dwarves?
They are dwarves.
I don't know if I authorize dwarf shenanigans.
Okay, now I see you, but I don't hear you.
Oh no!
Oh, we can hear Simon.
We can hear you. Oh, we can. Oh, can someone put in the chat? We can hear you. Hold on. Oh, I can see him.
Yeah.
We have video for Hydra. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming along.
Why?
You wonder why we call this the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet. It's because of shenanigans like this.
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you now.
Yay!
Fantastic. And you just got really loud.
Hooray! Because
Hooray!
hooray! Because I'm using my real mic now.
It's crusty, man. This fancy new mic is a bit crusty.
What's that? Crusty.
It's
Is
like
it too loud?
it's like crispy. It's like I don't have audio words. Does anyone have audio words for Simon's audio? It's like peaking, I think. It's getting so high that it like crackles, you know?
Okay. Shall I move it further away?
Yeah. Try that. See what happens.
How's that? How's
Keep
that?
talking. Tell me what you had for dinner. That's how professionals do it.
Wonderful pizza. Hooray! It was pizza night. Pizza night, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, it sounds a little better.
Good. Takeaway pizza because yeah, we got lazy. Long week, long exhausting week. And
hey man, that's what Fridays are for. Takeaway pizza.
Yeah, exactly. When you're too lazy to clean everything afterwards, it's just, hey, can you grab some pizza after going shopping?
And you're like, I would be delighted.
Yeah. That's music to my ears.
Awesome. Wait, Flynnhammer. It's your birthday. You got to tell us before we get too far into this. What part of Rick Priestley's expansive mansion are we coming to everyone from this week?
I'm taking over the stream, and you don't really tell us very often. So where are we coming from, Nick?
Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it?
Yes,
We
that's how
are
much of a
we
takeover
are
it is.
we are coming from Rick Priestley's cabinet, where he keeps all of his various prizes that he has accrued over the years for his faithful service to Warhammer and Games Workshop. But unfortunately, the cabinet is bare because no one thanks the creator. However, if he's quick, he might be able to pick up someone else's awards and put them in the cabinet because I don't know if anyone saw, but this week on Instagram, somebody's selling golden demons. Well, I guess bronze demons and silver demons. They're keeping the golden ones. But yeah, there was someone posting about how they were selling off their old bronze and silver demons. And as someone who only owns one bronze demon, didn't actually paint the model involved, just, converted it and had the wonderful High Fleet Moloch Marco paint it. Those things are precious, man. And it's a little jammy of him to be like, "Hey, I've got so many I need some more space in my hobby cave, so I'm going to sell these priceless trophies." But whatever. That's just my soapbox for this week.
It's probably I think it feels like I have so many questions. Like, first of all, they don't take up much space. So
No, they don't. They're vertical. Like, what the heck?
if you don't like them, put them in a box. But the next question is, who are you going to hope to sell them to? Only to desperate little kids who want to pretend to have a golden demon in their collection and boast about that to their peers, which would make them very sad little monkeys, I guess.
Well, someone might get
And
creative. Like, they could take a golden demon and paint it up for the golden demon competition. How would that be?
ooh, boring. I remember the Games Day miniature where you had a dwarf standing on a golden demon's head.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
That was kind of cool. I always liked that idea, but
Yeah.
the chopped off head and it looked stupid, and that was pretty cool. But other than that, I don't see why you want to buy a golden demon because you haven't won it, and that may
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So if
I
anyone
don't
has
know.
an idea why someone would buy that, please enlighten me because yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
If I
maybe
ever
folks in the chat, you got an idea? Well, I don't know. Like, Simon, it's a bit rich of you to say that because you have how many golden demons?
I don't know.
So many, you
A
can't count.
couple? A few? I mean,
Couple.
not as much as Emperor Moloch, so much they block out the sun, but
No.
like a couple.
Yeah.
So it might
I
be
think
different for folks who don't have any.
6, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm trying to wrap my head around that. So if I'm into this competition for whatever reason, then why would I buy one? Because I would always feel like cheating myself because I haven't won one. But maybe that's just me. That's why I'm asking. So if I want one of these trophies, for what reason do I want them? And that's what I cannot understand.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Kajan says maybe they sold the miniatures they won the demons with, and now they offer the option to buy the associated award.
I'll sell you the model, but it's going to cost you extra to win the trophy that goes with it.
James Milner has said, buy a golden demon as a terrain piece.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. Buy a golden demon, make it a terrain piece, paint a thing, put it on it, and enter it in the golden demon.
Oh, but I'd rather have like a scrap demon instead.
Simon, I've got a particular vintage of German tea here that I'm wondering if it's acceptable for Flynnhammer's birthday. It is Ettinger Weissbier.
Good. It's from Bavaria, so it doesn't really count.
Shit.
It's okay.
We should ask Symbio. Although it's been stored on its side for so long that the sediment has deposited in the bottle.
Give it a shake.
So now I'm trying to roll it.
Yeah, you should roll that first.
Yeah.
And pour it slowly.
Will do. Also, have I sent you one of these? I'm gonna show you something, and then you need to wipe it from your memory banks. Oh crap! Hold on, I gotta get the focus right. This is challenging.
Just a quick question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Does the Golden Demons have the name on it? Like, for example, if it's for
No, they
I'm
don't.
extrapolating it. Is it for like a specific
His
category or just a demon?
It's just a demon. It's an old one. It's a really old one.
Well, it depends. It really depends. It depends on which demon you have and from where and what time. Because in the very beginning, they used to put the names on stuff.
Yeah.
And then they got lazy and just put labels on. But no, this glass looks amazing.
Trash Panda.
Sorry, it's got a raccoon on it. I wanted you to see it. So now you can wipe it from your memory banks, and I'll send you one eventually.
Where did you get that from?
Brewery. It's the same Toronto brewery that makes Mr. Pink beer.
Yeah, I just had the sticker on the lid of the box that I took with me back from Canada last time, and I just thought I had it just with me right here, but it apparently is somewhere else.
But don't worry, I have one here somewhere.
I think there is.
Yeah, they make Mr. Pink beer, which I think is awesome.
There's someone I think I know who would want one of those glasses, and that would be Katie Plays 40K. She loves raccoons.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Well, maybe we should send one over.
Yeah, I just need to grab some gloves. I'll be back in a sec.
Yes.
Okay, Flynnhammer, do you want to start with some nonsense?
Yes, this is the nonsense.
Or explain why we're looking at dwarves?
Yes. So this week, it's the first time I've actually had any time off from work in 8 months.
Oh, geez.
Because I was starting the new job and everything. So I managed to get.
Wait, like you've been working 7 days a week? No.
No. Weekend, but just like
vacation.
Taking any annual leave, holiday time, first time. And what I decided to do was pour it into making some models that I've been wanting to do for a while. One of them was something I wanted to do years ago, back when before I took my big long break, was a different Dwarf Lord on Shield Bearers. So I've got the Dwarf Lord on Shield Bearers, King Alric. But I took one of the other dwarf models and stuck him on top instead.
Okay.
This model was not as easy as to put together as what you'd hope it would be. Because the connection point for the shield is just there on the hand. Let me see if it shows up for me.
Yeah, it's not really in focus.
No.
So it's right here. It's like a little line. The light's not very great here either, but if I put the light on, it will just white everything out. But there's like a little hand joint there, so it's not the easiest to make a connection to.
Yeah, well, old models were all like that. They'd just be like, glue it together, it'll be fine.
Other old models. I did a Thoric Ironbrow being carried instead around the battlefield because
nice.
More impressive.
It's a cool little thing.
The Anvil of Doom actually gets carried around instead. That is a pain to do, that model.
Okay.
Because you have to. I had to turn around the throne of Judgment, and then it doesn't really fit to have the angles for it. But alongside that, I also got another, because I already have one. I managed to get another Thorgrim Grudgebearer. And it's like, well, what do you do with Thorgrim Grudgebearer when all you have left is basically the back of his throne? The simple thing is, you put him on the Anvil of Doom base.
Okay, you're literally speaking Italian right now. I don't know anything about dwarf models. If there's one thing I care about less than Space Marines, it might be dwarf models, because I clearly don't know anything about them.
It's only these dwarf models. We'll have more fun with other bits, but yeah. So, took the Anvil of Doom base, which is basically the big runic circle.
Yeah.
Just stick that over the top in a minute.
Looks like a great place for a patriarch to sit.
Well, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I had to sculpt out the base of it to actually have his feet resting on something. And I had the opportunity to put in some carvings into the side of it. So I
Wait,
thought, well,
into
why
pewter?
not to the pewter, in the actual side of the model where they've done the sculpting. And I said, I'll put some dwarf runes in there. So
Yeah.
what I've done for the dwarf runes, I spelled out dig hole dig.
Dig hole dig?
Diggy hole. But if you can see, the actual Anvil of Doom base has runes carved into it in
Square
segments.
base? Oh, the
Yeah,
round thing?
actually, I had to the round bit, yeah. I had to make that square base myself. So I got 4 40mm square bases,
Nice.
put them together, boxy sculpt down the middle, over did that bit over, sanded it all down, to flatten it all out. It's a pain doing those things. Now, time for some actual fun shenanigans stuff. It wouldn't be me without doing some giants now, would it?
Oh,
So
Oh, nice. Nice head. Nice helmet.
so basically 90% of this giant was already done because I bought it off eBay. But when I
yeah.
saw it, I was like, I've been wanting to use the Skaven horned rat, his claw arm. Like the
That's a good arm.
looks like gladiator cleave. I
Yep.
was like, I'm going to use that for it.
Cool.
Pretty simple, just cut at the elbow, cut the arm at the elbow, and then just put it into place.
Mhm.
And after that, we have the next giant. Yes, I am putting them on backwards to make it a bit more effective, the reveals.
Backwards?
So the back facing it instead of the front.
Oh, okay.
So
That's a cool mask.
yeah, so that's from the Blood Bowl
Orin?
teams.
Oh,
So I've made
it
Orion
is?
in a
Oh,
giant.
Orion. That guy. Orion. I thought it was Orion's head or something.
Yeah, so I decided to make him as a giant pretending to be Orion. So basically the sword and the staff are from the Tree Lord kit. Oh, there's one bit I forgot to bring up. So I found a new pin vise that has just been amazing to use. But it's easy to show how it works than normal because instead of it you grabbing it and then you twisting it, it's got this big spring on there. So you just pull the centerpiece down and it actually turns it. And then as you bring it back up, it unturns it. But it's
Oh, it's
just
like a pump,
yeah,
right?
it's just so much easier to use, especially if you're doing metal models rather than getting like carpal tunnel as you're turning
Yep.
the pin vise. It's just up, down, up, down. It does feel like you're doing something inappropriate to a pencil.
I was going to say up, down, up, down. All us gentlemen must have lots of experience with that.
Now,
What? No idea what you're
Slaneshi
talking about.
content. Slaneshi content.
the next
Sorry.
No idea what you're talking about.
the next one is something more of a I had this idea, I had to execute it sort of style. I might
Yeah.
have to put the light on for this
What
one.
the? Oh, I thought you did this already. No, is this new?
No, this is new, this one.
Oh,
So it's a giant that has a trike made out of a Skaven Doom wheel.
it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a pain to do though.
As are all good
Because
conversions.
Uh,
well, trying to get the arms and the wheels and everything. And so there's parts of it that are missing from there. Specifically at the front bit, I haven't put on like the spike bits. partly because I forgot to put those on, and partly because there were so many other things I was working on this week.
Yeah.
But this one was more hilarious to try and do. And it's just that the whole way the arms are and everything just makes it just more wacky than it even should be. Now, the next one, Nick, you might not like.
Okay, it's got a Space Marine on it.
It has 2 Space Marines on it.
Why? What's worse than 1 Space Marine? It's 2 Space Marines.
The Space Marine go-kart.
I thought Games Workshop already released that.
Yes, but not what I've done to it.
That thing may tip over.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It is perfectly balanced.
Is it because you filled that big empty space in the bottom with lead?
No. Before I even put on, I just put some epoxy sculpt in there because you have the Space Marine that's at the back. His feet are actually on the piece itself.
Yeah.
So I just cut that out and then just put some epoxy on there. But it's more of, I thought, why not make it actually a proper flacker gun? So it actually looks pretty decent. And
I do like me some autocannons.
I can actually turn it around because I haven't stuck it into place. So it actually looks like it can do some damage. And if I ever wanted to, I can actually take out the main weapons. Now, I do have one more Space Marine, Nick.
Yeah.
But I think you'll forgive me for this Space Marine one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ooh, that looks fun.
Now, if
what is that Space Marine?
Oh.
Is that a Forge World thing?
It's an old Forge World piece, yeah. But if anyone can guess what where I've taken my inspiration from, and that includes chat.
Oh, I know.
You do?
You get an internet cookie.
Simon loves internet cookies.
It's that Victoria Lamb thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're going to see if anyone else
creeping over the statue.
Yeah. So.
Yay, internet cookie for me!
Num 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 num.
Nice. Yeah, the one from the Codex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you gotta the challenge is to paint the OSL as well as she did.
Oh, that's just dry brushing.
I don't have to worry about that.
That's what she said.
There's no OSL on this one.
Wait, Simon. I think that's the first time that anyone has ever used that expression accurately.
I know.
Without meaning something gross by it. Good work.
And it was on purpose.
Yeah. There's no more specs, so there's no OSL.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I remember that that at some Golden Demon in Germany, where she went, the Team Germany, the painters were kind of interviewing her on her stuff, and she said first of all she takes the paint straight from the pot, and at least that was what she did back then. So when you think of that Witch Hunter Mordheim diorama, that's paint taken straight from the pot.
Well, I guess it just shows that you can paint really well straight from the pot. You just have to work at it.
Yeah. And the other thing was that she said she just dry brushed the OSL onto things, just on top of them.
Good work.
Yep.
So the bits from the lictor bits that I have, so the talons and the head, is I just got lucky enough to win this in a competition on Instagram.
Yeah, nice.
So I've got these ones. So when this goes up on Instagram, it'll go into like how you ever do those share posts where the other people can post it as well. But that's where I got those pieces from, because they've been designed by that person, and they sent me a few extra pieces as
Thomas Fordall or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Thomas Fordall. And so hopefully you'll be able to get some more I'll be able to get some more done. I have some extra ones they sent as well, in case they've broken the post. But
Cool.
they all survived, so I might be having some more random lictor conversions coming out.
Cool. Yeah, I saw these ones and I think someone sent them to me and they're like, "Hey, check this out." But I'm a snob when it comes to 3D printed Tyranid stuff. And we're going to talk about that on another stream, but they just felt like kind of like there was like a bunch of teeth on them, like claw bits, but there wasn't like a lot of like definition. It was just kind of like blah, 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 all this stuff there without like clear demarcations between different parts.
Oh, with these, I'm gonna bring it a bit closer. Each individual like little teeth there is there. There's actually little bits of detail in the actual flesh bit, and in the actual claw bit, it's not really going to be very easy to focus on my camera I've got here.
Yeah.
There's actually like little like knuckle bones sort of done on the claws themselves.
Yep.
So there's actually quite a lot of detail in there than you'd expect. Now, bear with me a second. I just need to get the big one put out.
Need to go back.
Oh, you got to
with the
zoom out. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to zoom out and also sort out where I'm putting everything. Whoops. Give me a second then. All right.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy the lictor while I sort this out, because
Wait, what's that
more
thing in
than
the
one-
background? Oh wait, that's the spore? Oh.
There's something to it that I need to put in. So it's going to take me a minute or two. Because the angles I need to do this at are ridiculous.
Sorry, I was just reading some biblical verse while you were doing that for the Great Red Dragon project. I shared on Instagram that I got these little wormies that I put together using Tyrant Guard lash whips, and then like the end of Venom Cannon heater tube. But they need to have mandibles, so I need like small, delicate mandibles, and I found them on a gargoyle wing. Because as everyone knows, I hate wings, so got lots of these kicking around.
I'm going to have to hold my little camera for this big bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's huge.
Holy toot! Ah! Oh no!
It doesn't want to stay up. Please stay
Spore
in.
down! Spore down!
Oh, it's the worst bit about this as well. Hang on.
Okay, I think you might have to address that. By
Oh
putting,
no!
Like...
It's the table turning is what's causing the problems.
Okay, but what if you put like a metric ton of something in its base? Why?
Yeah, I have. I've actually covered it up as well. I put loads of weight on it. It's just the turning. My turntable was a little bit uneven.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like to
Why's my camera not focusing? Oh, whatever.
stay flat enough.
Oh,
But,
that
okay.
looks promising.
Turntable is going away for this one.
Good plan.
Once I figure this out. It's take me a bit of time just to sort out the right front. Okay. Nearly there. All right. Just put that one back in for now.
That spore looks pretty impressive. It is very large. And I'm not going to lie, the tippiness makes me a little nervous.
The tip needs to be addressed. My turntable was, because I've had so many heavier things on it, it's now weighted one side than it should be.
What? Oh, geez. Okay.
What did you put on there? Your foot?
Giants.
Giants. Very old resin models. So they've made it weightier and everything. All right. Now,
Ooh, that's a nice mandible.
there we go. That's balanced. Now, the
Ah,
fun
crap.
part.
Oh man, is there like a Carnifex in there?
Yeah, that's the bit that's making it hard to balance. As in to put
Wait,
it back together.
is
when
that
it falls
permanent
over.
or is that like you like pop it in, pop it out?
That's pop in and pop it out.
Oh my.
That's crazy.
So the Tyrannocyte is two Tyrannocytes put together. That's why it
Okay.
has so many.
You know they're really hard to find right now, right? Aren't they? Or are they easy to find
Yeah,
now?
they
Weren't they
keep
like out of stock
going in and
forever?
out of stock so quickly. It's ridiculous.
Because guys
And
like
they-
you are buying 2 of them to make 1.
I had to wait 6 months to be able to do it
Uh-oh.
because they were out of stock for that long. Like if
Jeez.
normally if something that's not very popular goes out of
Yeah.
stock, it's 6 months before it comes back in, and then all of
Ew.
a sudden it was Tyranids are out. The Tyrannosaurus out of stock.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 months later. Finally, it's back in stock. Out of
You
stock.
think that was
within-
them redoing the boxes?
No, the same boxes was out of stock within the day it came back in.
Does it come in that like
about-
white box? You know the white box they use for stuff that
Yeah.
like they don't care about putting an actual cover on?
Yeah, it's a direct order only. Now, as I said, I can take it out.
That's sad.
There's
Good kit
Carnifex.
for bits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
the
remember you
inside-
showing this, I think on Instagram, the internals.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That was back in November. I finally got it around to being completed. So, as you can see, there is ridiculous amount of sculpting on this. It's-
Grossness
I-
inside.
I did it last year with the other one where I did 1 and expanded it. I said if I ever did it, I'll do 2. So I did it
Yeah.
again, and this is what's happened. Even bigger with, if I can get even closer inside.
Was this one inspired by who was it? Non-standard template? Didn't non-standard template do a giant one? Oh no, wait. Storyboard guy did a really cool one. And then
So no, it was
did Squirrely, what's it called, Thrifty Squirrel do one? I can't remember.
Twisty Scroll. I done this one before with just one of them. I was like, I wanted one that would open up and throw it out. So that's what I've done. And then I was like, well, I could just have a gaping maw, but then it just doesn't look right. And that's where this guy came in. So if you remember a few streams ago, I showed off. Well, 2 streams ago, I showed off.
Yo, are
the-
those Screamer Killer legs?
those are
There's
the
your
old Screamer
problem.
Killer legs.
You put pewter on them. There's your problem.
Oh no! Even before I actually did the weighting to it, it was too heavy. It was actually
Okay.
falling over.
Yeah.
Because of the point of where I have the flight stand in.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the angle, but I couldn't really go anywhere else to drill it into it. So I had to go at that
Yeah.
point. But then it was too wide and everything else because the
So,
flight stand is fixed.
Because it looks so cool, can I make a recommendation?
Are you gonna say painted?
No, build a bigger base for it. Build a base that like is long and skinny, or maybe not skinny, but like long and like extends in front and behind, not just that little round one.
I want to use it in the game though. That's the thing.
You
And
gotta
it has to
paint
go
it
back
first,
like-
Flynn.
Well, I actually have to play first for anything, but it's more.
Well,
of
there's
I wanna
that.
be able to-
Okay. So for right now, because you're not playing yet and it's not painted yet, I think that you should find a way to best display your really cool conversion. So what you could do is you could have the base be like insertable into another base. And you could have it like crashing down into some kind of like Imperial barricade on the one end of the base so that it's like a display base. And then when you want to play it, you take it off.
So armies on parade board style thing.
But it does look like that flight stand should be mounted further towards the open mouth. I think it's mounted too far back. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it's. But if I show everywhere else on it, there is if you try and get it any further at the front, so this middle bit here where everything's green over the top, that is just cork in between it, in between the two plastic bits.
Yeah.
So it's not got anything really to hold it in place.
Okay.
And because I had used hot glue to keep the cork together, it was like, yeah, this is not going to keep it going very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a November project, which is finally complete after I don't know how long.
Well, that's good. Hey, we don't shame about taking a long time to complete projects on this stream, do we, Hydra?
Nope. No, sir.
Yeah, we don't. Now, the next part to the shenanigans.
Yeah, where are the shenanigans? Because so far it's like hobby happenings. That's all I'm seeing here.
Yeah, that's just me being shenanigans is showing on.
Wait, hold on. Let's check in with the chat. Let's check in with the chat before we move on.
Brett appears. A wild Brett appears, and he says, "Happy birthday, Mr. Flynn."
Thank you, Brett.
Oh, look, Simon's doing the chat. This is awesome.
Yep, trying to at least.
Good man.
Yeah.
What does the chat think about Flynn's demonstration so far? His big beefy spore, his dwarfenage stuff. I just wanted to use dwarfenage's name.
Brett says that he'd need to rebuild it with a steel substructure.
There you go. There's your solution.
That's how you do it.
Won't take any time at all.
Probably not.
Where was your fancy pin vise from, Flynn, that you got?
So, I just So, as everything that I buy at the moment, eBay. So.
Oh, there you go.
So I basically someone was saying like, let me just find the link for it. But someone was
like Amazon before Amazon. No,
yeah,
let's not put the link. I don't want to like promote it, but like, okay, you got it on eBay. You didn't get it from like God Hand or something. It wasn't some brand that people can like look up.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically someone was selling like a 39-piece hobby kit. So I had like tweezers, clippers, files, which I needed new files of anyway. Had some drill bits in there as well because I'd broken now 2 of my God Hand drill bits.
Oh no, gotta be careful. They're fragile as I use one.
Yeah, there's very small ones. So like you drop it or you're drilling it too much and it snaps. You're just so annoyed by it.
You can't use it in pewter. God Hand drill bits are supposed to be for plastic only.
Oh no, they work in pewter.
No, they don't recommend it though. That's probably why you're snapping them.
Oh no, I snapped them in plastic and I dropped one of them and it snaps.
Oh, okay.
So none of them were broken in pewter, which is the most annoying thing about it. But it was just like someone was selling like a 39-piece kit, so it had files and it had this pin vise in it, and I was a bit like, okay, this seems a bit weird. And when I first was using it, was like, you can't really turn it as normal. I was like, okay, maybe you pull down at the spring, and as soon as I started pulling down at the spring, it made drilling into plastic was simple as anything. Resin is really easy as well, and metal it makes it just so much easier, especially on like 1mm drill bit, which is what you use for like paper clips for pinning, and it's just like it just went through. Yeah, every so often it would stop spinning, and you just tighten it up a little bit, clear out the drill hole, and just the bit. But it was just so much easier. It just rather than ache in my hand, just twisting and twisting and twisting, it was just up and down. And you could actually see it when it wasn't spinning, but it wouldn't. But when you moved it up and down, it wouldn't just go like, "Oh, I'm stuck. You can't move down anymore." It was, "I'm stuck. You can still move down, but you're not going to break the drill bit," which just made it easier.
Nice. You should just do what Simon does and get an electronic drill.
Yeah.
Pin vise.
I have a Dremel.
Simply the best.
No, it's like his pocket Dremel.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just the best. I just made, I don't know, over 10 holes in a few minutes.
Tom Wilson would like to know is where is your drill from?
My drill.
Whose?
That's oh, you didn't watch the birthday stream. It's a wow stick, which I
Wow
got from
stick?
a wow stick, which I got from my brother
Wow.
as a birthday gift. Yes, wow, a pen drill. It's a wow stick. It has a little USB charger on the back and has various, things up here. I charged it once in November, and it still works pretty well.
Wow.
Nice. Wow. I see what you did there.
Aha, it's a wow stick.
All right,
Guys,
so,
I dropped an expensive brass pin on the...
all right, so for the next section of the shenanigans,
Oh,
stepping up.
Flesh hooks.
So
Sorry, what?
the next bit is I am stealing this from another set of streamers. They have a section. They have a for one period of time they had a really solid section on their streams called Lore Hammer or Your Hammer.
Sorry, solid? We're not interested in anything solid. We're only interested in the shittiest content possible here.
Oh, yes.
We can try
This
it.
is very shitty content.
Wait,
I can assure you
Lorehammer,
that.
is Bargeist in the chat? If Bargeist is in the chat, he's gonna win everything. He's king of lore.
He may win. He may not win. Now, it's normally you have two stories. One is totally made up nonsense of lore, your hammer, and the other is true, accurate lore of your lore hammer.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's a little bit different with this.
Sorry, what?
So,
What was that last bit?
So one is completely true lore, so it's your lore hammer. If it's totally made up nonsense, it's your hammer that I've made up. Now, I've got 3 different stories for this, so we've got a bit of padding around time.
Now, wait, clarifying question.
Yes.
Are these Warhammer stories? Or are these just random nonsense? Is this like, I went to the shop and they were all out of cheese and chips. So I got chips and...
These are all Warhammer ones. I'm not saying if they are all true or they're not true.
Well, we have to guess, right?
Get involved as well of making their decisions.
Yeah, so Simon, let's not say before chat gets a chance to say.
Oh no, you guys can have your choice, and then we'll go to chat to see what their thinking is.
Well, okay, yeah, but I don't want to influence anyone.
Yeah. But because of the delay, by the time it gets to chat, it's already that. Now.
Okay.
First one. Whenever a Tyranid high fleet starts an invasion, they will send down their Myotic spores with the most basic of Gribblies, so Rippers and Termagants. They won't bother even sending Hormagants down. Now, why they send them down is when they get out of the spore, the Myotic spore, they want to see if they will actually survive the environment or not. If they don't survive the environment, they will send down another spore, and another one, and another one, and another one, until they're able to adapt to the environment. Because what they do is each time they send down a spore, they send them down with different adaptations.
Okay.
Until they actually have there, so they don't waste any biomass. Now,
well, don't waste any biomass, except for all the biomass they just shower down, hoping for the best. If they send
down a Carnifex, it's more biomass than a Termagant or a Ripper.
Right. Okay. This is the first one?
Yep.
Now we have to guess your hammer or lore hammer?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to give us like 2, and we had to guess which one's the lore hammer and which one's the your.
Oh, no, because I've got 3, so it's each one you've got to decide on.
Okay. Simon, what do you think?
Is it real? Lore. Yeah.
This is lore?
Yeah.
At first, I was considering... Oh, chat, get in on this. Do you think this is your hammer or lore hammer? Hit us up. Or, if you want to be a dink, you could also go with Shrike or Plastic Lictor, because we know that those are the 2 ends of the binary.
Is it a Shrike or is it a Plastic Lictor?
I initially thought that this was a Shrike, because I was like, no, the first thing the hive mind sends down is Vanguard organisms, like Lictors. But then as you went on and read it, or shared it, I was like, wait, no, this sounds familiar. Sounds like something I might have read somewhere. And I don't read that much, but of Warhammer stuff. But you know, I think this is lore. I think this is a plastic lictor.
Okay, so you're going with it.
Let's see what the chat says.
Kajan has said lore as well.
2 Germans say lore. It must be true.
Yeah.
Efficient like that.
I'll give it a minute or more, just because there is a delay on the stream to see where.
Yeah, but they'll also be delayed in getting your response, right?
Oh yeah. But if I give it a minute or two, or what I'll do is I will wait until the end to give them all out.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That's more fun.
Let's be more shenanigans now.
Well, you just have to keep straight who's talking about what in the chat, though. That's the challenge.
Yeah. So before we go any further,
question 1. So if anyone's putting in their answers, put Q1 and then say lore, or not like from here on out. If anyone hasn't answered yet and they want to answer, put Q1 and then put lore or your.
If it's number 2, which we're starting in a second,
yeah, Q2 and then lore or your.
We're going to start on it because it seems Vargas has posted something and I don't want to do anything further yet.
So, Vargas is here. Great. He's going to win.
The next
What's the prize? Is there a prize?
It's gloating. And shenanigans.
Internet cookies? Okay.
The prizes will be at the end if there are any prizes. Don't spoil the stream.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I was not given any outline. I'm as blind as everyone else on this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tom Wilson says he thinks it's a trick.
Nice. Crafty Tom. Hey, is Diana here? I haven't heard from Diana yet. She hasn't told us to like and subscribe.
She has wished me happy birthday, so thank you, Diana, as well. And Tom.
Oh, she is here. Okay, great.
The next one
so that Diana doesn't have to, please, if you enjoy this Flynnhammer nonsense, please like and subscribe, because we're definitely going to let Flynnhammer take over every stream from here on out.
So the next one is so there was an Elder Starfighter that fought against a High Fleet and destroyed the High Fleet. And then sometime later, they were assaulted psychically by the hive mind while they were having a nice, pleasant dream. And the hive mind told them it would hunt them down, kill them, rebirth them, and then kill them again and again and again until the end of time.
Okay. Are you done?
That's it.
Okay, chat. You think this is lore or your? The hive mind gave a Eldar. Would you say an Eldar starfighter?
It was an Eldar Starfighter, yes.
Okay. Dreams that it was going to hunt it down and kill it over and over again. I'm going to go first this time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
For it.
This is your hammer. This is not lore hammer. This is your. Simon, what do you think?
Agree. Why would the hive mind worry about such things?
Personal vendetta?
Yeah.
Ain't some pointy ears?
James Milner agrees it is your hammer.
No.
Now, I will go on to the next one.
But chat, keep throwing in your answers for number 2. Yep. Is it lore or your? Put Q2 or whatever, or number 2, and then lore or your. Let us know.
So, let me just bring my thing back up quickly. So the final one.
Yep.
There was a planet called, I can't even pronounce it because there's always funny, weird names. But basically, there's this Necron Tomb King, or whatever they.
Hey, that planet name might be important in our assessment.
I can't pronounce it, and I'm not.
Can you spell it?
It's like Kerlerantir. K-E-A.
How do you spell that?
I can't even spell that. And I'm not spelling it because otherwise someone will Google it as we're doing this.
This is sounding a little but yeah, okay.
So basically, there's this Necron overlord that goes to this planet because he wants to take the Tomb World into his own, whatever they call a dynasty or whatever. And there is a cryptek for the Tomb World on there. And at some point, if you know what Necron flayed ones now, they've been infected with this disease or computer virus or whatever it is, where they want to cover themselves. They want to be back as being flesh, so they cover themselves in flesh.
Yeah.
So at some point, she gets attacked by the flayed
Who's
ones.
she?
It's a cryptech, female cryptech. It's
The cryptech or the Lord? Because you said there's cryptex and then there's the Lord or something.
so. This is a bit. The cryptech's gone to this planet of this tomb world that has a female cryptech on it.
Okay. You didn't mention she was female the first time.
Well, the Lord isn't.
Getting a little
but the
suspicious.
cryptech is.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so at some point she gets attacked by these flayed ones. But she isn't attacked just by the flayed ones. She's also attacked by gene stealers on this planet. And in a moment of panic, where she thinks she's going to be overrun and sliced to pieces, this is a Necron though, where you think, okay, they can actually survive by anything, but panic is panic. She hits a device. Now, with Necron planets and tomb worlds, they all have a lot of, I do call them hieroglyphics for the Egyptians on their planets. And behind her, the wall changes where there's been these hieroglyphics that show the flayed ones and these gene stealers now. So as if they'd always been in time on that planet thousands and thousands of years ago. So Tyranids have actually time traveled, according to this.
Simon?
I'm sorry, I was lost at
I got a bit lost too.
Necron. Like, there was too much he, she, it going back and forth. I know that there has been like weird ongoing things with the current lore, where they suddenly had I don't know, like as if some space marines had caught the Hive fleets activating some weird Necron thing, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I would say this is way too much back and forth, and I don't think that the Necrons have male or females. So I would say you're.
I feel the same way. As soon as you were like, it's a female Necron, I'm like, I don't know that I've heard about female Necrons before. And though that would be cool, I don't know that they exist. So I'm going to go with your.
Okay, so in chat, we have Kajan and James Milner. And that's it, saying it is your hammer. But Kajan has just said, if this is Lore Hammer, we can now have time travel, which probably hand in my GW card. And Brett Evans says, unless Barkheist is doing a great bluff, he's going to say Lore, because Barkheist is saying Lore Hammer as well. I'm not going to go into why they say Lore Hammer yet.
Okay, Bargeist. Oh, wait, no, we're done now. I was going to say we should have asked Bargeist to go last, because I think Bargeist probably has all these answers.
So Bargeist said that Necrons do have male and female. Now, Bargeist, I don't think you actually answered for number 2.
Oh yeah, Bargeist, hit us up with your answer for the Eldar starfighter who was told by the hive mind, "I'm gonna get you, sucker," in its dreams.
Yeah. So because we had the answers for number 1.
Yeah, go for it.
Which was, in short, let me just bring my list up. The Tyranid adaptations. That is actually true.
Yeah, we got it, Simon.
Warriors of Ultra.
How did the chat fare on that one?
So the chat said it was true.
Whole chat? They all thought it was true?
Yeah.
Well, nice. Good work, chat.
Yeah. It was only basically Kajan who replied to that one.
Okay.
Now.
Thanks, Kajan.
The next one.
Yes.
So Bargeist is saying it is. It says it sounds like the Wraithflight novel, which is actually true. The hive mind does have a vengeance complex.
Okay, listen. These novels are written by all kinds of people. You can't say that everything in a novel is like official. Like, I get that like it should be official Games Workshop fluff, but I feel like until you get it in a codex, I'm dubious.
Everything is true until it is not being true.
Okay, I'm just a little bit dubious because you know what I mean? Like they hire random people to write these novels. I
Yeah.
don't know that the studio thinks that the Hive Mind has like a sure, maybe, whatever, but not trying to poo-poo it. I'm just saying that I am hesitant to think that all novels are canon until I see it in a codex.
I understand what you're saying. A lot of people also from the series go like, "That's not true. We hate it. It's not lore." Especially with
Yeah, but that's a bit dumb because like people do that with female space marines, right? They're like, "That's dumb. I hate it. It's not lore." It's like, yeah, okay.
No, but this is something they've actually published, which Tyranids, a
True.
lot of people.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. That is a point in its favor.
And the fact is, you can't go with female space marines. I'm not going to go into bin.
Oh shit, let's not do that. Right.
Space marines. It's done. They exist. And the reason why they didn't make them is because of stupid.
Or let me phrase it differently. If it is lore that the hive mind behaves like that, I rather choose to ignore it.
Yeah. Like most people, Brian Goldberg, I haven't really seen comment much, says if it hasn't been redacted, it must be true. So there's not many things they redact from Warhammer, from the lore, unless it's an
They
Ian
do
Watson.
redact things from the lore? I didn't know that even happened.
Okay. Have you heard of the author Ian Watson?
Is he the one who got fired and got mad?
I don't know, but he's basically the one who has written crazy stories that have been changed and changed and changed over the years because they can't have his storylines anymore. Like,
yeah, but it was like he wrote Inquisitor and Chaos Child and stuff like that.
Yeah, that stuff.
But they were basically one of the first 40K novels ever made.
And, oh, cool! That's interesting.
They are. I love them, and they are from a time when I think Rogue Trader just was over, and it was the start of second edition, if I recall it correctly. Don't quote me on that, but he was like there was all kinds of weird shit. Like this dude had a Calidus assassin invading a gene stealer cult as a pure strain, for example, if I recall, or as a hybrid. And there were weird things going on between him and the assassin, and it was an amazing book, but it was like, you know, one of the first books there was. He even visited the emperor at some point. If I recall it correctly, he went back to Terra to you know, get stuff done, and I enjoyed them, but you know, you always have to look at those things in the context of the time they have been written in. I assume that in 15 years, people will look at the Primaris books and be like, "What the fuck is that supposed to be?"
Yeah.
And
good point.
So, speaking of what the fuck is that, you guys both said that the last story of the time travel was made up nonsense.
Yes.
So did a fair bit of chat.
What about Bargeist?
Apart from Bargeist.
Who named the novel and the page number?
Correctly named the novel of Devourer where it appears, where there are female cryptex. I did actually check this one up before I did it because I wanted to actually know which specific novel it was from and the specific details, and it is a female cryptech. It is on the planet I can't pronounce it, but Barguys has it in chat of, I think it's Kalantir or something like that. And yeah, so basically it's not just the flayed ones that go back in time and the gene stealers. It is also some of her tomb her Lich Guard or Lich Guard, whatever you call it. They go
Wait, the gene sealer, I got confused the way you were explaining it. The gene sealers actually go back in time, or it's that it's a record that there were gene sealers on that planet in the past or something?
So basically, she's getting attacked by gene sealers and flayed ones.
Yeah.
She hits a button of something, of a device. And
And they all move back in time?
And they they just disappear. And on the walls, which is a depiction of the history of the planet, with their hieroglyphics, there appears images of the flayed ones and the gene sealers on the walls.
Okay. And the implication is that she sent them back in time, and that's a record from back in time.
Yeah, so basically that's always happened.
Fairly certain that's not how time travel works, but there's all different ways that time travel could work. Time travel could never work. Makes no sense, but if it did, I don't,
Unless it's based on a closed loop, which I think that's what Warhammer is basing it all on.
Okay. Simon?
Which means it all makes sense.
I recently had a conversation about time travels with someone, and we both agreed that time traveling is probably one of the weakest and lamest plots you can ever think of.
Well, you say that, but there are time travel narratives that do pretty good jobs. Like Dark is a fantastic time travel narrative.
What?
Dark?
Dark. Yes, it works. And of course, Back in the Future and Bill and Ted, those work time travels pretty well. But I don't know. I'm sorry, but
Wait, let me plug one. I can't say anything more about it, and if any of you know anything about it, don't say anything about it. Arrival. If people haven't watched Arrival, you need to watch Arrival. It's Denis Villeneuve film, the guy who did Blade Runner and most recently did Dune. He did a fantastic movie in 2016 called Arrival. Don't read anything about it. It's about aliens arriving on Earth. Have you seen it, Simon?
Nope.
Oh no, you need to see it, buddy.
Okay.
Oh my god, I cried. It's so good.
I've seen
it. It's so good.
I'm not going to say anything about it until this next stream in about 3 weeks.
But it's aliens in the future,
so I won't probably say anything about it.
I love it.
It's pacey. You have to give it the time to watch it, is what I will say.
Yeah, you can't watch it while you're doing something else. You have to watch it.
Okay.
I don't recommend movies that you can watch while doing something else. You got to watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, though. It's beautiful. Like I love it. Nora loves it. Beautiful. It's got aliens in it.
Do I need to see it on a big screen?
You don't need to, but if you can, that's nice. I mean, don't watch it on. Yeah, well, don't watch it on your phone because it is very visually stunning.
Yeah, you do. You need to see the image of it. For the main point of the story, you need to see the actual big picture.
Okay.
Not figuratively. Now, we now have a section of what is in the box.
Is this like what is in the can? Did you get Symbio Joe's help with this?
No. This is something I've been planning for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. It's also, if I'm going to ask chat a question very quickly. Does anyone know how long the Creature Conference has been going for, or when the birthday for the Creature Conference is?
Good question.
Now, bear in mind,
talked about that last week, right?
Didn't we? Yeah.
We went over that last week. So this is testing of people who've been listening to us.
Oh,
But
this is a
also,
homework question to make sure you're paying attention to the last lecture.
Yes, but also what I have planned way before I even realized how old the Creature Conference was and when the birthday of the Creature Conference was. It would also be a lot better if Marco was here as well, but unfortunately he's not because he was considering and planned things around our schedule before I decided to take over and do an extra stream.
Yeah, Marco's got some personal stuff that he's dealing with. He really wishes he could be here, but he's got some really important things going on that are tough. So we wish him love. Please keep Marco in your thoughts and prayers. He's okay, but just, send him some love.
And while we wait for chat to catch up with us, Tyranid goes, how can you talk
Wait
about
a second. Hold on. Simon, what are you doing?
I am working on a Tyranid.
God damn, I love you. Wait, but like, tell me what's going on here.
I have a commission.
Oh, wait, this is for Marco?
Yes.
Oh, this is.
He commissioned me
Oh,
to make a Tyranid, a captured Tyranid weapon to be for his knights.
I am so excited to see how you're doing it. I would not have done it like that. This is why I need you working on Tyranids, because you always have the best ideas.
Ah.
And they're ideas that I would never take or would never come up with myself.
Yeah. So this is the first. Like he asked me. I think he asked me for one, and he gave me all those weird bits.
Yeah.
And I was staring at those bits for quite some time and couldn't figure out where to start and what to do. And
Yeah.
I even needed the assembly guide to piece it together.
Oh. Okay.
And I feel I should extra charge him for that, just for the task of
For suffering.
the suffering of looking at how things go together and all this stuff.
Really? I don't believe that you couldn't figure it out.
Well, yeah, it takes some time because when I came to realize that as I have converted Tyranids for such a long time, back in the day I used to know every bit, and I used to know how every bit can be used or interchanges or looks from every angle. And when I start to work on different kits, the first few conversions I do with that is basically just getting to know the kit. Then like every time I use the same kit, I see what works before, and I'm basically constantly improving. But this time I don't have either the time nor the material to be constantly improving.
Oh, to experiment.
Yes, and to experiment. And of course, he gave me lots of stuff, but I'm toying around with things, and I feel like I should extra charge him for that because toying around takes so much time.
Yeah.
And so what I did was he asked me for one thing. He said, "You can do whatever you want. You just have to keep those shoulder sockets as they are because they're gonna fit on the magnets."
Yeah.
And then
This is for the knight, right? Because you're making this stolen Tyranid weapon to mount on a knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I tried to make some press molds of that arm piece where it locks into the arm of the knight, where he has the magnet in, but that I think that didn't really work because he asked me. I think he asked me for one weapon, and I understood that he wants weapons. And then I had ideas for all kinds of different weapons under the shower. And then I said, okay, so how much weapons do you want? And he said, well, whatever. Do what? He's generous,
He's smart. He knows that you have good ideas, and he's like, chase your ideas. Show me where they go.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And he's also pretty cruel in that because he said, go chase your ideas.
He said, make tons, make so many.
Yeah. And I just have this bit once, and I tried to press mold it, and I it didn't really work. And now I have to find something that fits this bit because he apparently doesn't have tons of those arm sockets.
Yeah.
Long story short, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to get my way. I'm slowly feeling into how this whole thing could work.
Cool.
And because I have started with something differently, and I really like the shape. Until I came to the realization that it's way too small because those night weapons are laughably large. And he sent me a box of. He asked me what kind of bits I need, and I said, "Well, I heard that the Zoanthrope kit is pretty good, has good bits." And so he sent me that Zoanthrope kit, and I started to work on that.
It does have good bits, eh?
Yeah, it has great bits, but it's too small.
Oh.
So yeah, I went back to what I know, and here I am using Carnifex.
Nice. But now you got a Zone Thrope kit. You can use that for something else.
Yeah, I will use I will use it for this build as well, because
Great.
he sent me
God,
to
I
use
can't
it.
wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how you go.
Yeah,
Do you have like a reference knight weapon to make sure it's the right size?
yeah. He sent me one, and it's laughably huge.
Okay. Is this for like the big knights or like the little like knight armature guys?
I think that's for the big ones,
Cerastus.
because he has the he sent me this flamer thing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, it looks pretty big.
I'm gonna say, have you got one just so we can see? Because I had a few knights myself just so I can understand. Because if it's plastic, it's not as big as the Forge Rod ones. I'm guessing it's a normal. Okay, so it's a normal knight.
Yeah. So when you look at this thing, this is, I don't know.
But also, you can get away with it regardless of anything. Saying it's a flamer weapon. Simple.
Yeah.
Using a bioweapon. Done.
Yeah, so
Regardless.
Marco's for those who don't know, Marco High Fleet Moloch, his knights that he's working on, they're meant to be Ordo Xenos, and he's already got one that has a captured Necron weapon, right? He's got.
Yeah.
Is there a Tau one too, or just the Necron?
I think so.
one?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. He's like got his guys like stealing weapons from Xenos to like use them.
So this
Simon's.
This weapon is 10 centimeters long. This is
That's
the
pretty
flamer.
big.
That's the small one, because that's the flamer. If I put the tube on it, I think it's even longer.
To be honest,
go ahead.
Marco's got some wacky, random weapons on a lot of them from Tarot. So yeah, just go for the whatever length you want.
Yeah. So if you put on the cannon, it's even longer. It's like it's like 22. It's like 12 centimeters long. This weapon,
Right.
which is ridiculous. But when you look at the weapons he has already, they're even longer. So how to create something big. It could be so easy, because when you take, for example, a Hydra gun,
Yeah.
that's already pretty long. But looking at that, that's boring as fuck.
Okay.
I'm glad you're not using that.
How do you have a Hydra gun just lying around spare?
Because he converted a Herodule to be like a super blasty Tyranid, man. Catch up.
Oh yeah,
it's like a DACA fan. What'd you call it?
Oh, I also have those.
Just throwing them out there.
Yeah, this is a weird flex, but I'm really glad that I have this to kind of use it as a reference. And it feels like the whole structure, if you compare the weapon to, I don't know, this Venom cannon.
Venom cannon?
Yeah.
Yep.
It feels like the whole thing just got bigger, but it didn't got more complex. It doesn't have. I would have assumed that the bigger the guns get, the more like different pieces,
like structures and stuff.
Yeah, structures and organisms work together to work as a large gun. But when you look at this Forge World gun, it's just, it doesn't really show if there's any ammunition coming from somewhere. It doesn't really show how it works. And this is what I'm kind of interested in right now.
I hope everyone in chat is as excited about this as I am, because this is going to be epic. I'm so glad you're making something so big. I'm so glad you're talking about like how to like show different structures and like where ammo feeds. Like, I think that you're going to do this and everyone's going to be like, holy shit, that's beautiful. That's how Tyranid guns should look. And the new Tyranids are going to come out and everyone's going to be like, God dang it. Why don't they look like Hydra's gun?
So this
You're building the pressure here, man.
To be honest,
I got nothing but pressure for you.
To my next
wait. Chat. Hold on, chat. We got to go through chat.
Diana does say in request to my question of how long we're going, 2 and a bit years. James Milner goes, I can't remember. I know I just joined shortly before the first birthday. Tom Wilson to say, is that Gwyneth Paltrow's head? To be honest, I do not know which camera version he is looking at.
Oh, I think he might be looking at this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, I just realized this is what those Ripper Jacks should have looked like. Put some wings on the side of it.
Yeah. Carson goes, isn't Space Marine just the Draco trilogy retconned? To be honest, Space Marine got retconned as well. Too much poop.
Marine.
Yeah, there's a lot of poop stories in early Warhammer that has
Poop?
continued on. You're lucky I spared you from poop stories.
Hold on. Yep.
There's a lot of also Necron time travel talk of Brett going in Infinite and Divined. All he can like rewind time. So if he's about to get it, he goes back a few seconds to dodge. I can't remember. I just no. That's James Winnier. Yeah. Barcase has also put in on our Discord a heck of a lot of lore about the time traveling stuff and the Devourer story. So if you want to read a bit more, let's just go there. There's two reasons why I'm not. One, dyslexia. Two, I've had a lot to drink.
Okay. Oh, wait. Quick plug. If anyone wants to join the Discord, just send me a message on Instagram or email me at modernsynthesis@gmail.com. It's not like a fancy it's not a fancy exclusive Discord or anything. It's just for people who like the Creature Conference. We mostly talk about Tyranid stuff in there. We got a couple different channels for like 3D sculpting, putty sculpting, lore, high fleets. It's mostly Tyranid stuff, but yeah, just fire me a message and I'll send it over to you.
Tom Wilson's going, no, it's what's in the box. It's the end of the film 7. Yeah.
So, there you go. Good one, Tom.
So I do have
some Wait. Hold on. There was a question I needed to answer.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said, Mr. Pink, what are you calling the critters you're building? Well, it was Tom. So, yeah. Tom, I called him Eddie when I posted a picture of him on Instagram, which is a bit cheeky, but I'll show you what it's for.
Well, it's Eddie, Ed, and Ed, isn't it?
Sorry?
Isn't it Ed, and Eddie?
Well, there's got to be 6 of them. So it's Ed, Eddie, Eckley, Eduardo. I don't know how many I've gotten into now. Edwina.
Edward.
Okay, so I'm working on a
Edwina.
There it is. I'm working on a commission for Darth Bob, making the Great Red Dragon, who's going to be like an old One-Eye Carnifex. However, this is based on Blake's, what's his name? Edward Blake? I don't remember what his name is. Poem about the Great Red Dragon, because Blake did like these like paintings of the Great Red Dragon. It's supposed to be like Satan or whatever from the Bible. And in the description of the Great Red Dragon, it says, back up a bit, that it has 7 heads and that every head is crowned or something like that. So problem is Carnifex only has 1 head, right? And I don't want to do multi-headed Tyranids because I think that would look bad. So what we came up with is that this Carnifex, this tail is getting in the way. This Carnifex has like ripper tendrils that are in its chest that like come out to like consume biomass. So though this guy is a cute little like ripperjack wormy guy who could wiggle around on his tail, I'm going to clip that tail, mount it in this thing's chest, and it's going to be like a ripper tendril that comes out. So this one's going to be like over here. And then the other one that I just put a mouth on is going to be like coming down here, like going down low. Grab some stuff. They're not all going to be coming out because that would look a little bit awkward. There's just going to be a couple snaking out to show that they do come out, and the other ones are going to be recessed into like cavities in the chest with just the mouths and the grabbers pulling, sticking out. So yeah, they're supposed to be ripper tendrils for him. To answer your question. Thank you for the question. Sorry, Flynn, shoot. Where are you going to go?
So
Oh, just to confirm, I have 20 minutes left until I have to call
Yeah.
it.
exactly, this is why it's the last bit of my shenanigans. So I've perfectly timed them all.
I have no idea how much shenanigans we're dealing with here.
This is the second last bit of shenanigans. Now, I know Marco said he may have popped in at some point during the stream, but unfortunately, we have not had his pleasurable company.
Yeah.
However, in my box, I have a few things. So, first of all, I have, because I know Marco, back when we first started the Creature Conference, which, as Diane has said now, it was 2 years and a bit. So, February
Yeah.
10th. 2021 is when we first started doing this. So Marco was a little bit upset that I had sent Simon some giant bits, including some Johans.
That's not in focus, eh?
Yeah, that's why I'm getting. Let me bring it up quickly because I'm trying to sort everything out in one go. So I have put in my little bag.
Oh, Felis is
that
here. Hi, Felis.
I will send some stuff to Marco, which includes,
Night, James.
as well as some Johans, as some presents, as in, I know it's normally on your birthday you receive presents, but because it's also a birthday stream for the Creature Conference as well,
You're doing the Hobbit thing and giving away presents?
I'm giving away some things. So for Marco, I have some more, as we call him, the French victim, for his as next stream of his original task for the Creature Conference. I have got some
Yep.
cages from the Giants kit. This is basically all the stuff from the Giants kit, which you may find useful. I will also be throwing in some Johans. Now,
How many Johans do you
Simon,
have?
I have many. And I will be getting many more.
That sounds so weird.
Now, Simon, for yourself, I didn't have much time to prepare it. Seeing as it had originally been sent to the wrong place, and then took about a couple of weeks to get sent to me, but I have it now. I know that you like the old Empire Archer kit.
Oh, he knows you well.
Oh yeah.
So I managed to get myself an Empire Archer kit. Unfortunately, I am keeping the Empire Archers that had been built because they were built, but I did get some spare bits. So I do have some arms, some gun, some swords, some heads, and some other bits for it.
Nice.
And I do remember you did ask of me before I'd made my Necrofex Colossus conversion if I had any of the nets spare from the
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck now, seeing as I have managed to get myself another 2, which will be soon the 3rd Mega Gargan as well.
Wait, what are the spares?
Any of
What are they?
other fishy bits to help you out with fishing 28.
Nice.
Oh,
We have the I do have some of these spare, which are the
oh, that's beautiful.
So you'll be
That's a
getting some of
beautiful
those.
bit. Lucky
Now,
boy,
Nick,
Simon.
Oh yeah.
no, Nick, for yourself, for your one, I
Yeah.
do have a little bit of a prerequisite for it.
What? So let me get this straight. It's your birthday. You're doing the Hobbit thing. You're giving away presents to other people. You're giving me a present, but you've got a prerequisite for the present you're giving me? This sounds like a scam. Is this multi-level marketing?
Well, you will understand once you get the present, once you see what the present is.
Okay.
You will be getting the present regardless, but I do have
What?
a request. Now,
Okay. If you want my firstborn child, I don't have one, and I won't be giving you Ripley, so.
No, it's not that. My request is, seeing as it was originally going to be for Dominated 4, but as last week,
Wait,
Dominated
what?
4 is going to be crucified for Marco.
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
Dominated 4.
You were gonna ask me to make a Dominid for you?
Yes.
This better be a damn fucking good present. You know how much those things cost?
Yes, I do. And the reason why,
Because we've never had a conversation about how much I charge to make someone a dominate.
well, we actually have.
Yeah, we do.
We have.
Oh, okay,
And you
but
said-
that price changes. Like you can't be like, oh, you said this once. This is why I don't like post prices.
oh, and this is why what I'm giving you is going to be the deposit for Dominid 4. Well, Dominid 5, technically.
Okay.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see what it is? You don't have to say
It better
yes.
be. It better be bloody good.
I believe you will be happy with it, but you don't have to. You're getting this regardless. You don't have to be.
Really?
Say you're Dominid 4, Dominid 5, really.
Yeah.
But I think you'll be happy with it.
I don't know. It's kind of small, Flynn. I mean, I know size isn't everything, but it's also
I
out of
think you
focus.
don't care about the size of this.
It's also out of focus. Wait, what? Is that a protonid?
Well, what do you think it is?
Wait, is that a real protonid? Is that some weird fan sculpt or recast?
So, everyone has joked that I have 2 protonids. Well, I didn't have 2 protonids. Well, I do have 2 protonids now.
Oh my god. You are the jammiest bastard in them all.
That is also the second.
Second what? Did you just freeze? Did he just... Wait, Simon, are you still there? Hello? Oh my god. Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Oh, fuck. What the hell? Hello? Okay, so my internet's working. Can't hear you guys. The hell? Oh, you can hear me. Oh, wicked. Okay. Kajan, thank you. You guys can hear me. I can't hear Simon and Flynn anymore. Okay, so I'm going to try and kill... And also, that's weird because YouTube's telling me that my audio stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Wait, I can see Simon moving. Oh, Simon, I can hear you. Can you hear
Yes.
Yeah, can
Yes,
you hear
I
us now?
can hear you.
me? What the heck happened? Oh,
I think
okay.
I think the 5th member dumbstruck you with the gift.
I think the 5th member was like, "That's my protonid. Get the hell out of here."
We can go into more details about this off stream. But do you agree?
I don't agree to anything on stream. I don't even understand what's going on here. You're giving me a protonid,
Yes.
regardless of what I do, but you
Yes.
would like the protonid to be a down payment on a dominid
Yes.
commission,
Yes.
having no idea how much it costs to have a dominid made.
Yes.
So what am I agreeing to? Am I agreeing to receiving a protonid from you, or am I agreeing to making you a dominid?
First of all, there's 2 parts to it. Well, 3 parts basically. One,
There are too many
keeping
parts.
Jamie's
I'm drinking some German tea here. I'm getting a little confused.
Well, let the
Oh,
man
Simon.
finish talking, man.
Simon,
of
check
all-
it out. This is how the glass works. I can't show you exactly, but see how the face like gets the beer behind it? It's good times.
Good.
First of all, I have the title of Jammiest Bastard back, and it doesn't go to anyone else ever again.
I don't know about that, man. Wait, who stole it from you? Someone stole it from you for a good reason.
Well, you gave it to Darth Bob, and then you gave it to this other person on Instagram. Because he had
Hey,
2 other
listen, that other person is Spencer, and Spencer has the power loader from Reboot. Costs way less than a protonid, but that's pretty impressive.
I have no idea what that is, to be honest.
It's basically the
Plus, there's
power
no
loader from
protonid,
Alien, but computer animated.
Okay.
I have 2. Right now, I have 2.
Are you sure that one's a real one and not like a recast?
I can 100% assure you it is, seeing it's the same person I got my stuff from. And Darth Bob got his ones from as well.
Okay, that gives me a little more hope. Okay, listen. You can
Yeah, Darth
claim
Bob
to
got
have the Jammiest Bastard title back from Darth Bob, but you know, like, how much, like, Darth Bob is, like, got his own museum going on, man. You got some competition.
You're getting a Protonid, regardless.
Well, if I'm getting a Protonid regardless, that sounds like a pretty good deal, but we do have to talk more about this commission situation, because this feels a bit like an ambush.
Oh, it was intended. This is the whole shenanigans. The whole proper thing about it is going to be off stream, but it's shenanigans. That's the whole thing for this. If you're getting a Protonid on stream, because I want
That's some pretty shenanigans. That's some pretty good that's some pretty shenanigansy shenanigans. I agree.
I just wanted your reaction, and your reaction has been brilliant. Do you know how quickly I had to think up this idea?
What? I think you've been playing this for years.
Oh no, this idea basically happened within about 15 seconds of me seeing this Protonid on for sale.
Okay.
Of this version of the idea, however. There have been
Okay.
others, but they won't be named because other people are involved. But in short, thank you for letting me be part of the Creature Conference. Here is a gift.
Oh, well, thank you. That's a very generous gift.
Yeah, it's not going to be sent until the end of the month, and we need to talk about other things about being sent in regards to poster stuff as well. Offline.
Yeah, and if you want a Dominid, we have to talk about where I'm getting a Scythe Terradual from.
Other ideas.
But we can chat about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's very generous of you, Flynnhammer. And I think I accept, although I'm really confused about what's going on here.
Regardless of it, you're having the Protonid, regardless of anything.
Well, that's great. That's super generous. I got to figure out the whole commission thing, because this is not usually how commissions are negotiated, but, you know.
Oh. Some Tyranids are ambush predators. I thought I'd adapt to it.
Okay. Thank you, Kajan, Ishan,
that offline.
for saying that if you like today's chaotic shenanigans, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of more Tyranid Creature Conference stuff. Thanks, Kajan. This was pretty chaotic and shenanigans filled, but look, I got some hobby done. Doesn't feel like a lot of hobby, but I guess it's better than nothing. It's pretty creepy. Simon, I'm super excited about your gun, man.
Thanks. Me too.
All I'm gonna say is, oh, Simon, the other bit.
And Flynn, thank you for planning all these shenanigans for your own birthday, and for doing the Hobbit thing, and offering gifts to folks despite it being your birthday.
Yeah.
Simon, one last thing about gifts, because then you forgot. If you need any other Tyranid bits, I will throw it in my package for you.
Oh, great. Yeah. I feel like I need more bits here, like rib cages.
Any specific Tyranid guns, if you want the Tyrannofex guns, I've got loads of those spare.
Ooh, they're good ones.
I have so much.
Johnny, welcome, Johnny.
Yeah, we
can watch some of this stuff.
We can talk about that for sure, because I feel like
sweet.
I'm really stranded here a bit.
Kajan has basically stolen my last bit on my list of things to talk about today.
What's that?
The last bit on my list, which Kajan has said, is he says, if you would like to support Mr. Pink, there's a Patreon available where you can get some videos early. And check out tomorrow's video release, which contains some competition giveaway thing.
Holy cow, look at Kajan, man.
Because
Kajan is stealing the show from everybody. Diana, Flynn, everybody.
Even the one bit about this is I already had the link prepared. Not for your Patreon, but for tomorrow's video when it comes out, because you have it on.
Oh, look at you. Look at this guy being all professional. Yeah, so here's the rundown. There's a new How to Sculpt video coming out tomorrow. It's free. You can see it on YouTube. Comes out at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is about, what is that, 2 p.m. British, 3 p.m. Germany?
Yeah, I'll be drinking. Sorry.
So this is, it's your birthday. You should be. This video was available early for patrons on my Patreon last week. But there's a giveaway for this video. You have to watch the video to find out what the giveaway is and find out how you enter it. But it's going to be a judged giveaway. Don't worry, you don't have to make any models. You just have to come up with something funny and send it in, and then Hydra is going to be the one judging them. So I'm pretty excited about this. And I didn't mention this in the video, and I should have. There's 2 main prizes, but there's also additional prizes for other folks. So don't worry. Like, even if you don't get like the main thing, there's like little things I'm going to send you. They're stickers, also designed by Hydra. Yeah, but that all premieres tomorrow. That's good. Thank you. That all premieres tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 o'clock British time, 3 p.m. Germany time, in that How to Sculpt video. And the topic for the video is how to sculpt tentacles. And the giveaway is something to help you sculpt tentacles. So you can look forward to that. And if you want to support me on Patreon, there are no tiers on my Patreon. You can support for whatever you want. So like $1, whatever. And I post my videos early on Patreon with, I don't know, I put them like no ads, but I feel like I put them no ads and then YouTube still puts ads in them. So like, whatever. Yeah, so that's something to look forward to tomorrow. And if you want to check that out, I've put the link to the Patreon in the chat, but it's just Modern Synthesist over on Patreon. And then Flynnhammer has put a link to tomorrow's video, which is I set to premiere, so you can see the link now.
Amazing.
Now the last bit is
Johnny. I don't get the joke, Johnny. So yeah, it was oh shit, Johnny, you're the best, buddy. So Tom Wilson, that's a good joke. I'm not giving people a comb. No, it's a little more complex than a comb for making tentacles. Johnny Van Cleve just made a great joke because he jokes that I'm his emotional support Canadian when he needs, you know, an emotional support Canadian. I'm his emotional support Canadian. If you need an emotional support Canadian of your own, you should look up this series called Letterkenny. It's really weird. It's a weird series. It's very Canadian. It's set in like a small town in Canada, and it's some weird stuff, but I think it's hilarious. I don't usually watch comedy, but Letterkenny kills me every time. And what Johnny posted, so you was watching a stream with your pals the other day. It's like how they start these episodes of Letterkenny. Anyway, that was the joke. Good one, Johnny. I like it. Sorry, that was neither here nor there. Letterkenny plug. What is? Oh yeah, Simon, go for it.
If you have enough of guns and death and destruction, there's currently something happening called non-combat tabletop, which is a bunch of people trying to or cooking up new tabletop games, basically trying to follow the premise of not being violent. And that's really kicking off right now because there are so many fun ideas going around. And in this regard, I have made my very first miniature set, which is currently curing here, which is basically fish. Because there's a game called Fishing 28, and I think it's hilarious, but there are other games called, for example, Herding 28 or Squealing 28. And it's a
Wait, what's that?
it appears to be a British tradition sports where you have like a fenced-in area full of mud and an oiled pig in there, and 2 teams try to catch the oiled pig in the mud and chuck the pig over the fence into the arms of the waiting relatives.
What?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And we have dog walking 28, and it's a great little community that's growing there, and I contribute to that little niche in the niche of the niche with my apple picking 28, which apparently was.
Wait, Simon, let's not be modest here. Didn't Apple Picking 28 start non-combat 28? I've never, or non-combat tabletop. I've never heard of a non-combat tabletop before Apple Picking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes. So Simon started this.
He's being humble.
So you're welcome. It's Also, you're not really, I feel like you're not hitting on like the inspiration in that you were inspired by a game you could play with your kids to teach them like tabletop mechanics without having them murder people.
Yes.
Which is a great idea because there's so many people with kids now and they love tabletop. Maybe they want to get their kids interested in the mechanics, but this is like a fun way to do it.
Yeah. And we played, well, I went back and looked at all the games that I played last year in 2022. And I think most of the games, no, not, I'm definitely sure that most of the games that I played was with my son. We played apple picking like, I don't know, 20 times, 25 times.
Yeah.
And yeah, compared to the other games that I played, all the other games together combined were not as often as I played apple picking, and I think that's a win-win situation. Like I'm having a fun time with my son and playing tabletop at the same time. And
Wait, is Brother Pink part of the shenanigans?
woohoo.
He is now.
Sorry, Flynnhammer's advertising more shenanigans, and Brother Pink just joined the chat. I didn't even know Brother Pink could join this chat. Apparently, Brother Pink has symbiote gel privileges.
Well, he's on mute, so.
Oh, I can
Hi,
unmute.
buddy. Welcome.
Hi. Happy birthday.
Hi, what's up? Go ahead. Go again.
It's Flynnhammer's birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of birthday bumps?
Yes.
Mr. Pink, have you ever heard of birthday bumps?
What is this?
It's you get a bunch of people and they pick up the birthday boy about a couple centimeters, 30 centimeters off the ground and drop him on the ground, and that's one bump. And you do one bump for every year, right?
No, it's you get thrown up in the air.
Oh, that was birthday beats.
Well, that's the more violent North American version.
Okay.
Thrown up in the air.
Okay. Well, we were doing it in front of elementary students with my body.
Oh. How did you find out about it?
My coworker Kurt gave me the birthday bumps, but he had a bunch of grade
Is he
4s
British?
pick me up, so we couldn't get me very high.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I gotta mute myself.
Brother Pink, what are you doing here, man? We're like about to wind down. Just come to say hi.
Oh, it's ending. I didn't know that.
Yeah, sorry. This is not the North American one. This is
I know,
the European one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you
Do
very
you want
much.
to do that?
And
Are you guys?
did you see the shenanigans?
Are you guys knee deep in anything?
Well, we're just wrapping up because I told Nora I'd be done now.
Oh shit! I was gonna suggest my slideshow or whatever.
So what we're doing is this is we're off schedule this week
Yeah,
because we
I know.
did a special stream for Flynnhammer's birthday.
And next week we're
And
back.
then,
we're back on Monday.
Well, I got to talk to the Work in Progress Wednesday guys to see
Okay.
like if they want to do next Wednesday or the following Wednesday, because we'll skip a Friday stream somewhere in there.
Okay.
But Brother Pink, you should check out Hydra's thing, non-combat tabletop. Have you seen his post about it?
No, I will check it out.
It's something to try with your kid. It's like it's like 40K without killing people.
Nice.
If you want him near your models. I don't know if you want him near your models yet.
Right. I'll check it out.
I got to confess I didn't know how we were supposed to beat Flynn through the internet. That's a good question.
It's a good question because Tom Wilson also asks us that as well. Now, the last shenanigan I do have is I was bored and looking around the internet, seeing of how well our streams are doing, especially when you sent those questions through of what we could do to improve.
They're not doing particularly well.
Oh, we're doing all right. But it was something else I found.
We get like 200 views. It's like nothing.
That doesn't matter.
I guess that's decent.
Somewhere. It's better than getting no views.
True.
Speaking of which, we have 12 people watching and only 9 likes. If you'd like to drop a like, please do it so.
Thanks, Flynn. Please drop a like on the
a
stream.
minute, or whatever the metric is called.
Also, I feel like your audio is all over the place. I don't know if that's my fault or your fault.
Yeah, fifth member. I told him he's been recruited for the shenanigans. There's one thing I did find. There is a
What's that?
WordPress on the line called biomorphsnet.wordpress.com, which I've now put in the chat.
What the?
Which appears to be
our old thing?
Appears to be your old combination thing of you, Marco, and Simon.
Oh, dang.
Which hasn't been updated.
This is when we were going to start a business together. Oh my God, why does it have my Instagram feed on it?
It has all of your Instagram feeds on it, apparently.
Does? No. Moloch wouldn't have had an Instagram feed. Wow. Yeah, I like started building this and never got through it, but interesting that my Instagram feed is still up there.
Yeah.
I don't think I own biomorphs.net anymore. I owned biomorphs.net for a while.
Yeah. My last shenanigans. I told you I had many. I don't think I'll peter off.
Purchase biomorphs. Simon, you remember this?
No.
we were gonna make Tyranid kits and sell them, or Tyranid biomorph kits.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah.
Evil space silver? What the heck?
On that bombshell.
Yeah. This is weird. Yeah, so interesting point of whatever reference. When I first met Hydra, I met him through Moloch. Sorry, I got the volume thing up. I met him through Marco, through Moloch at the at Games Day, Germany. And do you remember, Simon, that conversation we had on like the last day where it was you, me, and Marco like sitting around?
Yeah.
Before we left?
Yeah.
We were planning how we were going to make like Tyranid conversion bits.
Yeah. I still have the green for the first head still kicking around.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a messy. I don't throw away anything.
No, I just looked at the on this weird website that Flynn, how the hell did you find this? On this weird website that I started making for us. What it Forge World fucking bonkers?
Is your website? I don't know.
This is so weird. This is so weird.
I think this is
if you go to other
stream actually.
At the top of biomorphs.net, there's like home, blog, creators, the fleets, purchase biomorphs, about biomorphs.net. Under purchase biomorphs, if you go to other biomorphs, it says here we gather the all and the sundry that do not nicely tessellate into the other categories of the biomorph store. And the first option is the Mighty Moloch's used underpants. And the second option is President Hydra's stray pubic hairs. And then Mr. Pink's oddly colorful, oddly flamboyant jewelry. What the heck is this? Wow.
Oh, we have sexy slave girls.
Yeah, there's sexy slave girls in there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Evil Space Sylvan is me saying Dark Eldar. And Tortured Souls were guys that oh no, Simon, you started sculpting the Tortured Souls.
Oh.
They were your pain counters.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, right.
I don't remember what Hellraiser Rejects was. And Sexy Slave Girls.
Okay. I think I have sidetracked us enough.
Oh my, this is fantastic. Yeah, under Gribbly Space Creatures, under Gribbly Creatures from Beyond, that was our Tyranid stand-in. Chest bursting dancing aliens. That's a Spaceballs reference. Wait, John Van Cleave says the fifth member has new biomorph specific to audio issues. Maybe that's because I was saying how audio's messed. I hope the audio's not messed again. I think Kajan would tell us if the audio was messed again.
And Kajan just said, Creature Conference, only fans confirmed.
Okay, let's not even talk about that. We might get demonetized. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, sorry for saying earlier that I don't think we're like the Creature Conference gets that far out. Like I don't know what's good on YouTube. I feel like we usually clock in at like 100, 120 views. And I thank everyone who watches this and tunes into it every week, because like this week, sometimes it's really random. So hopefully you enjoy it. Leave us a comment if you do enjoy it and let us know. I promise we might be a little less random next week. Oh, sorry. We're not going to do another creature conference on a Friday until, God, when is it? The 24th? Is that what we said?
Yeah, I think we pulled from
24th, yeah.
next week to this week.
Yeah, so
No, it's, yeah, 2 weeks from now to this week. So it's a little confusing because we did the whole like Flynn birthday shenanigans thing.
we were meant
We
to.
pulled forward our next creature conference.
Yeah, so we were
I'm
meant
just
to
gonna
be
get a
on the 10th,
calendar.
now we're going to be on the 24th.
Right, yeah. So yeah. We would have normally done a creature conference next Friday the 10th. So we moved it to the 3rd. That means there won't be a creature conference on the 10th or the 17th. And then Friday the 24th is the next time that we will all gather. However, I'm trying to line up Kajan and the folks from the Work in Progress Wednesdays to do a Work in Progress Wednesday stream. Maybe we should do it on the 15th if that works for those guys. So then it's not like 2.5 weeks until the next one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll figure it out. There'll be another stream. There'll be another Work in Progress Wednesday stream. We'll talk about some stuff. There's supposed to be possibly some models revealed this week at the Games Workshop weekend or whatever the heck. And then also Valrak has been teasing that he's going to give some details about Tyranids in the next 10th edition box set. So we'll see if that ever comes out. He said in a couple weeks. So I don't know when that means. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some more NID rumors to talk about. We can get out the old scorecard, see how we feel. But thank you everyone who joined us in the chat and to watch this week. Brother Pink, thanks for randomly stopping by.
No problem.
Thank you for
Simon, thank you for being here despite being super tired. And Flynnhammer, of course, happy birthday, man.
you,
Hope you had a good time.
thank you for saying happy birthday. It does mean a lot. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed the madness of the shenanigans. It is not very often I get to do a shenanigan based stream.
Yeah, no, it was good to have you. And I'm glad you planned some shenanigans. But yeah, everyone, please keep an eye out for tomorrow when the next how to sculpt video will drop, which is going to be how to sculpt tentacles. Like I said, there's going to be a giveaway in it for some tools that'll help you sculpt tentacles. But even if you don't want to sculpt tentacles, you should still enter the giveaway and flag to me that you don't need the sculpting support grand prize. If you just like to get a random cool sticker that Hydra helped make, because that's the secondary prize. And we look forward to hearing all of your submissions because I think they're going to be fun. Hydra, so far we have 2 submissions.
Is that good?
You still there?
Yes.
Well, I think we need a little more than 2, but hopefully once that was only from patrons because patrons got the first kick at the can for the video and the giveaway.
Okay.
So hopefully once the video goes public tomorrow that we'll have some more entries.
Awesome.
Oh, there goes Brother Pink. Okay.
Yeah.
See you later, Brother Pink.
I'm here. Flynn dropped, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you dropped off.
No, I just think I
Flynn
want to tell
dropped
Simon. Simon about. Sorry. It's a non-combat tabletop game or board game. You listening? It's a German game called Shadows in the Woods.
You hear me?
Okay.
You put together these wooden trees, they're like pine trees or something, and they're
Yeah.
on this board. And then you've got these little felt gnomes.
Yeah.
So one player or team is the gnomes, and one player is a candle that moves around the board and creates shadows. And the gnomes have to hide in the shadows, and they all have to conglomerate together, but they can only move wherever a shadow is cast.
Okay.
You've never heard of this game? It's a German. It's called Shadows in the Woods.
Okay. I have never heard of it, but it sounds
Okay.
great.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
That sounds great.
That's me being random. Sorry.
Nice. Good random suggestion. We like it. Okay. I got to run because I told Nora I'd be done by now, but thank you all so much for joining. All the co-hosts, the birthday boy Flynn, hopefully you're still there even though your camera's off. Happy birthday. Hope you have a good celebration this weekend. And yeah, we'll talk to everyone soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Wait for the stream to catch up. Wait, did we catch up already? Oh, here we go.